All right, good Monday morning, everyone. It's Eric here with a video blog update on what's going to happen today and a little bit of a review of what has happened over the last 24 hours. Of course, it's been a pretty crazy 24 hours across our area. I'm going to start with some radar images from yesterday afternoon. This is Sunday afternoon, starting around 2 to 2:30. And what we're going to watch here is our cell that produced the very likely tornado in Trumbull County. Here at about 3 p.m. was just entering western Trumbull County. And I'm going to stop it right here. This is where we started to notice a pretty intense looking circulation just as this entered Trumbull County. And then as we track this coming east, let me roll this forward. Right in through here is when they issued the tornado warning. This was at about 3:15. Northwest of Warren, this again, like we were talking about yesterday, if you watched my live coverage, this is not a, real textbook looking signature on the radar, but it is noticeable and it certainly justified the warning. And then, of course, as this continued pushing east, this likely did drop an actual tornado around somewhere around the Champion to Cortland to Howland area. And this, what happened with this yesterday is all from the same circulation. A tornado probably dropped out of the clouds and kind of skipped a few times, dropping to the ground and then coming back up, lifting a little bit, and then dropping down onto the ground again. And that's why, we had, we'll probably end up with reports of at least 3 different zones where there was tornado damage. But it was all the same circulation. It wasn't like it was 3 different thunderstorms. It was all the same circulation that kept just dropping a very likely tornado and then pushing it back up. And the reason I'm saying a very likely tornado and things like that is based on the pictorial and video evidence. Yeah, it looks like it was a tornado, but this has not been confirmed by the National Weather Service yet because they have not gone out with a survey team and assessed the damage yet. They're going to do that today, of course. And so that's why I kind of couch my phrasing here a little bit by saying very likely a tornado, things like that, because officially this has not been confirmed as a tornado just yet. Anyway, so the circulation, once it got east of Warren, kind of weakened a little bit. The tornado probably lifted around this point, but then as it got into eastern Trumbull County, you're going to see some of those brighter yellows appear as this went along 82, and boom, our tornado probably dropped out of the sky once again. And this is where we had more problems with damage. Maisery to Brookfield. And again, while the circulation signature on the radar is not real striking, this is also pretty far from the Cleveland radar. And the Weather Service in Pittsburgh then did have to continue the tornado warning over into Mercer County, even though we have not seen any evidence of a tornado touchdown in Mercer County. It looks like this lifted right around the state line. And once this got into Mercer County, the circulation did weaken considerably as it traversed the county. All right, so we'll hear from the National Weather Service today as to the track of the tornadic activity, the EF rating. My suspicion is based on pictures. It was an EF0, perhaps a low-end EF1. That's just based on the pictures I've seen. I, of course, am not out there on the ground looking at the damage, but that's my suspicion. I suspect we're going to see evidence of winds probably around maybe a little more than 100 miles per hour or so with this. All right, this morning, in the wee hours of the morning, just what we didn't need. We had a band of heavy rain. This was at about 4 to 5 o'clock or so this morning. This is the radar as of 4:48, right along 224. I picked up almost an inch worth of rain in Boardman very early on this morning. I mean, just exactly what we did not need. Now, this was very early on today. Now, thankfully, this did diminish, but this caused big-time problems in Akron, especially with lots of water rescues needed, cars being stranded, big problems Akron and Barberton area this morning off to our west. Now, as we roll this forward to the present time, as of 8:30, thankfully it is not raining. The question for a lot of people, of course, today is it going to rain? What's it going to do today? And the answer is a little bit tricky in that I do think we have a chance of seeing the occasional shower today, but the coverage is going to be pretty small. So what I mean by that is you look at our model here going forward, yeah, there could be a shower and perhaps even a heavy shower somewhere, but notice the coverage area is pretty small. More places today will be dry than wet, I think. And your highest chance of staying dry today is the farther north you are. I think the zone where showers will be more likely, it'll be around Route 30, south of 224, closer to 30. The coverage is not going to be real high, but any of these showers, like we saw in the middle of the night last night, any of these showers will have the potential to get pretty heavy, even though the coverage may be fairly small. So it's a day to stay weather aware, especially if you live in areas south of 224 today. Tropical downpours will remain a possibility. So we'll keep an eye on a lot of things today. We're going to keep in touch with the National Weather Service and await their determination on what happened with the very likely tornadic activity in Trumbull County. Yesterday, we'll keep an eye on the radar today with these fairly isolated but potentially strong showers popping up today. Real quickly before I leave you, I'll show you the day one flash flooding risk. Highest in the yellow area, and again, it's pretty much drawn as I was just telling you, around Route 30 and south. So southern Ohio, southwest PA, a higher risk of widespread flash flooding today. But we're going to stay on guard, I think, in parts of our TV viewing area, especially in southern Mahoning County and down into Columbiana County as well. So yeah, that's what we'll be talking about today. As far as the forecast for the rest of the week, we'll be fair game to see a spotty heavy shower or storm again on Tuesday. Wednesday's probably a little bit of a break in the action, and then unfortunately a pretty wet day, I think, will unfold on Thursday. It does look like we'll finally dry out a little bit more by Friday and the weekend, but Thursday I think is our wettest day for the most people during the work week, even though today, again, some places can see a heavy shower or two. All right, I'll see you later on 21 News at 6 and 11, Weather for Weather Geeks, and you'll see lots of updates from me on social media throughout the course of this Monday.